What are you grateful for? You see this time of year, Thanksgiving coming up, everybody's Facebook posts turn from hatred, poor me. So we're grateful for this, we're grateful for that. They give their thanks to whatever God they worship, shun the others. They stuff their faces, they get along for an evening, afternoon maybe, and they go on their merry little way. They say you should be grateful for every day you wake up, for every breath you take. Now, there's many different religions out there that believe many different things. It seems most of the time a lot of the discrepancy ends up being about where you go when you die or who created you. And many people seem to look to religion in sorts of weird ways. They look at it when they really have nowhere else to turn. Evil lies within the heart of man. It does not lie within a deity. It does not lie within a group of people. It does not lie within a religion. It does not lie within a nationality, skin color, sexual orientation. Evil lies within the heart of man. And you look across this big, wide world, you can see the travesties going on in other countries. The killing, the raping. Whole lives, generations being destroyed. For what? To give a greedy man something he can be thankful for? I by no means grew up in a rich household. I grew up eating what I will call poor people food. I learned how to garden. I helped my grandfather chop wood. I loved it. The people act like they're grateful for all these different things they have all year around, but they're only grateful for them one time a year. They're grateful for the friends that they never talk to, the family they never care to call on the phone. Truth of the matter is, they're probably more grateful for that television playing the football game in the living room they're not allowed to sit at until after the meal is finished. We go through this life in such a robotic fashion. You get up in the morning, you go to work, suffer 3 or 8 hours, you go home, you eat supper, you lie on the couch, you watch television, take a shower, you go to bed. Get up and do it all again. But lo and behold, you got 2 good days off at the end of the week. Come home, kick off your shoes, slap something together, go take a shower, get cleaned up, go get yourself some beer, drink yourself silly, and bitch about the whole week. Get up Sunday, nurse the hangover, chill, watch cartoons, watch movies, do your thing. Get up on Monday, hate your life again. As you're going to work, you see this man sitting on the side of the road. Sitting on the curb, he has a bucket, a sign. You hurry up, you roll your window up, you make sure you look straight ahead, don't make eye contact with him. You don't want to speak to this man. Man has a sign up that says, needs to go home. Needs to get a bus ticket, needs to go home. Typical sign for most homeless folks. Man looks like he hasn't showered in weeks. Hair is stringy and dirty. Beard's growing. Coat that he has is wholly torn. Jeans are dirty, shoes are broken. What do you think of this man? You can hear from many different people, well, I didn't stop because I didn't know if he was dangerous. I didn't know if he was going to use the money to buy drugs, alcohol. Same things that you use your money that you slaved away for to buy. If that was you, what would you do? If you were sitting on the side of the road with that sign, trying to get home, in that bad way, how would you feel? What would you do? What would you be grateful for? Everybody out there has their demons. Everybody battles their demons on a daily basis, regardless of what they are. Everybody has something they hate about themselves. Most people, it's multiple things. But if you were homeless on the side of the road, needed to get home, and nobody was willing to help you, how would you keep yourself going? What would you do on a daily basis to help yourself through? You can say turn to your religion, turn to whatever God you worship. Evil lies within the heart of man. There's bad things, there's bad decisions. Everybody is responsible for their own decision. Take responsibility, things will work out better. Not saying bad things will happen, but accountability will certainly make you feel better. Because without accountability, you're left blaming. You're left placing blame on every different thing. When one is accountable for their own actions, their conscience can remain free. And thus, they're able to think and keep a positive outlook. If you're on the side of the road like that, trying to get anybody to give you a hand, you're not asking for a ride, you're not asking for a $100 bill, you would be more than willing to walk down to the bus station with them if they were going to pay for the ticket with a credit card. But surely every car passes you by. Once in a while, somebody in an old Buick roll down their window, toss you a buck or two. You go home that night, you get a grand total of $11.32. You're excited. You go back under the overpass you've been camping out at, trying to avoid the detection by the law enforcement. You're cold. You realize you're hungry. You have the $11.32. You say, I'm going to go to the fast food joint. I'm going to get me a hamburger, some french fries, and a warm cup of coffee. You walk into the fast food joint, you see you, they let you wander up in line. The guy goes and he grabs the gun, your manager in the back. They don't give you a chance. They corner you, they keep you there till the police get there, you're thrown in jail. But you don't get the comfort of a warm jail cell. You don't get the comfort of a room, of a meal. You sit in the cold waiting room. Get read all the different things that you've done wrong. Told to get your lazy butt out into a homeless shelter. You're back on the road again. What would you say if that were you? What would you do to keep yourself positive? If you didn't have all these wonderful things you're so grateful for, your television, your microwave, your refrigerator, your stove, your freezer, the very clothes on your skin, the very carpet beneath your feet. All these things that may seem superficial to look at, all these different things that you take for granted on a daily basis, what would you do if they were no longer there? What would you do if you lost your job for whatever reason, could not find another one, blaming whatever source you would like, and have nobody there to help you? What would you do? How would you keep yourself going on a daily basis? Would you not go out and try to buy a little bit of whiskey too to numb your pain? To help you at least for a little bit forget about the problems? What would you do? This Thanksgiving, when you think about all you're grateful for, thank your ancestors for all the sacrifices that they made. Your ancestors fought bloody battles by hand. Your ancestors crossed treacherous waters on floating craft that were unfit. They built houses by hand. They slaughtered their animals by hand. They lived on the littlest of the little. They busted their tail. They were grateful for every little thing that they had. And even though it wasn't much, they worked and they worked and they worked in hopes that the future generations would reap the rewards. And even though things may not be perfect within your life at this point in time, look at how much you have compared to what your ancestors had. Look at what you're doing compared to what they had to do. Enjoy your life. Help other people. You see that homeless guy on the side of the road? You certainly don't have to give him money. But by all means, if you have a chance, you can get him water. You can get him a little bit of food. Don't have to use the excuse that you don't know what he's going to spend the money on if you go spend the money for him. It may cost you a little bit of your hard-earned money, but that person you just helped will never forget your face. They may never know your name. They may never know your life story. But when they go to bed at night, when they curl up and fall asleep, they will be grateful for you. Thank you for watching, guys.